We're looking into whether it's possible to travel safely and finding out whether COVID could decline. Our Alora Lagarde is in studio now with the latest. Alora?
Matt and Megan, health officials are saying it will be safe to go on a vacation in February, but only if you're vaccinated and continue to follow CDC guidelines. Despite the recent rise in COVID cases in Onondaga County after the holidays, health experts like Dr. Jana Shaw say it should be safe to travel because it's expected to see a decline in case numbers come February.
It looks like we have flattened the curve and we are over the hump or peak at the moment.
But Dr. Shaw says it's important to understand what it means to travel safely.
Vaccinate and get boosted. In addition, we need to upgrade our masking behavior and improve the way we wear masks and the masks we wear.
Syracuse Hancock Airport sent a statement saying while it's your own choice to travel, they say they are doing everything they can to make things safe for travelers. And TSA spokesperson Lisa Farbstein can attest to that.
The TSA officers are wearing masks. They're wearing gloves. We've installed acrylic barriers throughout the checkpoint, all in an effort to help in terms of tamping down the spread of the coronavirus.
Even though the trend is showing that it should be safe to travel next month, there is still the possibility of seeing another surge in positive cases.
Our hospitals will be flooded with ill patients. It will again put undue stress on healthcare and will further increase risk for patients who need care, not just for COVID.
But if you do decide to travel, Dr. Shaw says to prevent spreading the virus, use an at-home testing kit if you have one available.
Test yourself when you come back, if you can. That would be probably the best way to ensure that you're not coming back infected and expose others to infection.
Dr. Shaw adds, if you do travel, of course, remember to follow COVID guidelines. But if you can, choose a place that isn't in a high level of transmission.
You know, having access to quality internet is a problem many families in rural parts of central New York face every day. One student in Skinny Atlas figured he would try to find a solution and reached out to us for some help.
In a letter he sent to us, he said it was impacting his ability to keep up in school. Tony Black joins us in studio with the letter the boy sent us that ultimately helped the family get connected. Tony?
Yeah, Matt and Megan, this is the letter that 12-year-old Joey Wojcicki wrote us explaining that his home in Owasco was one of maybe 3 on their road that did not have internet access while others nearby did. I'll read you part of it saying, I feel we should have internet access because it would help with school because we have to use a hotspot. The family was desperate for a connection and luckily we were able to help out.
Because it helps with like schoolwork with like Chromebooks and stuff, and because we've never had it.
The Wojcicki family lives on North Road in the town of Owasco. It's mostly homes and open land, which makes it difficult to get access to internet. Difficult for them, but not for others nearby.
I don't know, it's just like annoying because they'll have it there and there and there, but they won't bring it down here.
7th grade Skinny Atlas student Joey sent us a letter asking for our help getting them access to internet. Verizon reaches homes about a mile down the road from them, but they were told it was too expensive to extend it to their home. Joey and his brother have been using a hotspot provided by the school and using cell phone data for things like online gaming.
My biggest concern is with not knowing what's going on with school and not knowing if they're going to go back remote, when it's going to be, how long it's going to be for.
Shortly after I talked with Joey and his mom, Erica, I emailed Verizon asking why the family didn't have the connection. Less than 2 days later, what the family has been waiting 7 years for.
He goes, but I'm going to tell you what, we're going to get this installed for you today.
Trucks showed up in the morning and the wires were installed by the afternoon. The crews told the family they had received an email from a media outlet. That would be an email from us, and installed a box right in front of their house. The family will be able to get internet in just a few days.
Like happy because like you guys noticed us and then Verizon took care of it. I was super excited.
Oh, he was jumping around and yelling and I can't believe it worked.
And Verizon tell us that an engineering work order had now been drawn to provide files on that road. So not only can Joey do homework more easily, their dad's at-home business will also have a connection. And mom Erica says the next big thing they're excited for, Matt and Megan, getting Netflix. Not something that a lot of us think about, but it's clearly impactful for them.
Good reporting, Tony.
Joey looks like a pretty good gamer, too.
Yeah. Isn't that a cool setup he has?
Great
really cool.
There.
Success. Nice to
Way
see
to
you
get
guys
it
were
done,
able to help
Tony.
them.
Thank you.
Well, tonight we're bringing you the story of one man who fled his native country of Afghanistan and made his way to central New York to start a new life. His decision to leave came just one day before the deadly attack at the Kabul airport in August, an attack that killed dozens of people, including American troops, and began a new era of Taliban rule. Investigative reporter Mary Keeler has the story.
A few months ago, Omer Farouk was living in Afghanistan, a normal life he built there, often driving by the Kabul airport. Omer is 28, and in Afghanistan, he says he had a successful career in IT.
These are my students.
He lectured at the American University of Afghanistan, had a car and many friends. But then in August, Afghanistan began to fall to the Taliban.
My life was in danger. I was in danger. My family was in danger. So I told them, no, I have to go, no matter whatever happens.
He says he was warned there could be an attack at the airport and to stay away. But Omer made a decision to fight for his life and flee the only country he's ever known. He says American forces helped to get him through the airport and onto this massive plane. It was complicated and dangerous. He had to go through an airport sewer to get there.
That side of the sewage was the U.S. And I said, okay, that is your career, that is your life waiting for you there.
And 5 months ago, he landed 6,000 miles away in Syracuse. He's settling in thanks to Interfaith Works of Central New York. They're resettling 200 Afghan refugees forced to leave like Omer.
They saved us. They saved us because if you don't have a home, if you don't have a place to live, if you don't have a food, that's very frustrating.
Interfaith Works got a $65,000 grant from the Central New York Community Foundation, their contribution to help refugees rebuild.
Our funds are really to be used for those basic human needs, those gaps in housing and food and clothing and those types of things.
With that, Interfaith Works President Beth Broadway says they're able to help even more people.
And there are faces to the help that is being given. 200 Omers here.
The respect, the love, the courage, and everything they gave us, that's so much. I don't know, I don't know how to thank them.
Omer is searching for jobs and hopes one day he'll be able to get back to a career in IT and even teaching. But for the moment, he's thankful to be safe in Syracuse and holding on to the memories of his home country.